Arvind Kejriwal's spectacularly arrogant statement, full of pride and, in a sense, contempt for his political adversary, the Prime Minister of India. Actually, the Prime Minister is not his political adversary because he is the Prime Minister. This guy was at best the Chief Minister of a quasi-state, half state with half the powers. But the level of arrogance in this statement, that Prime Minister will need multiple births, that I cannot be defeated in this Janam, that Delhi ka Malik mindset. And now I'm going to tell you 5 reasons by which Arvind Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party, by the efforts of BJP, lost Delhi. And the defeat was so spectacular, so complete, and so emphatic that not only did Aam Aadmi Party lose, Arvind Kejriwal himself lost his own election as an MLA. His closest confidant, the person with the most ministries in Delhi, Manish Sisodia, lost his own election. Saurabh Bhardwaj, a minister, lost his own election. Safe seats like Malviya Nagar, Somnath Bharti, again a very close aide, lost his own election. The list is endless because they have been swept out of power. So what are the reasons? Let me tell you the reason number 1. You can fool some of the people all of the time. You can fool all of the people some of the time. You cannot fool all the people all the time. The lies of Arvind Kejriwal have caught up to him in a manner that his own constituency has rejected him as an MLA. So what was the lie? Lie number 1. He kept promising, I am doing good governance. But what was the reality? Delhi, the capital of Bharat, has polluted air, polluted water. There is nothing being done in the name of infrastructure. And there is an overall collapse and dilapidation of Delhi, that it is in a sense becoming an urban slum. So first thing, governance, 0. Second, Arvind Kejriwal's reputation has been destroyed to smithereens. The reason? Because he came as an Aam Aadmi to change the political system. He came with that muffler, those oily hair, as if I'm a laborer, that crushed, crumpled, oversized shirt, to try to tell people that I don't care about my personal self, what I wear, how I look. I am actually like a laborer who will labor for you so that you all have a better life and a newer politics. What was the effect? Once he got power, the cavalcade of cars, the Sheesh Mahal he built for himself, bigger than any emperor of the older era, absolutely a golden palace, the height of which is that to go to washroom, he has a toilet seat of 10, 12, 15 lakh rupees with features which I had not even heard of. Seat warmer, this, that, God knows how many features come in a 15 lakh rupees toilet seat. Why don't you get bowel movement without sitting on a 15 lakh pot? But that is what Mr. Kejriwal clearly felt, and that's what he did for himself. And on reputation, it's an old saying that once your wealth is lost, nothing is lost. You can regain it. If health is lost, something is lost, because it requires a lot of work to regain health. But if your reputation is lost, everything is lost. People just stopped believing Mr. Kejriwal, from swearing on kids that I will not align with Congress, to I will not take any facility, government accommodation, to taking a government accommodation more spectacular than anybody could have imagined. The third reason, excuse. Instead of execution, only excuse. And what was the excuse? LG doesn't let me function. What was the excuse? The central government doesn't let me function. What was the excuse? Today the weather is not good, so I can't function. Tomorrow the sun is too hot, I can't function. I'm obviously exaggerating, but the point is, people want governance. People do not want excuses. And then people thought, if you are blaming everything on the central government, we anyways trust the central government in Lok Sabha. We have made Prime Minister Modi win 7-0 in 2014, 7-0 in 2019, 7-0 in 2024. So let us give him or his choice and his party a chance to improve Delhi, because let us have somebody who will execute and not rely on excuses. The fourth reason, the strength of BJP have always maintained is RSS and also its own cadres, the Karyakartas. Everybody took the shock of 2024 because it was just slightly below the majority mark. In Delhi, they had 170 against a combined AAP and Congress, an almost undefeatable alliance, as some people in that whole ecosystem which wants BJP to lose were putting 70. And they took it as a challenge that what vote we get in Lok Sabha, we have to get the same thing in the assembly and throw Kejriwal out of power. That determination, that challenge to the Prime Minister कि जन्म ले लोगे मुझे नहीं हरा पाओगे, that Kejriwal threw at a party which has risen from 2 seats. They do not get bogged down in defeat. They take it as a challenge, come back stronger, way stronger, so strong that they blew away the ministers of Aam Aadmi Party. And fifth point, this needs to be said. India is a welfare state. Any modern democracy has to be a welfare state. We have to provide for those of our citizens who, because of certain circumstances or sometimes because they have been born at times in very difficult situations, need some support. That is the purpose of a democracy. But that welfarism cannot be twisted into a manner where your only logic becomes to give freebies one after the other, to buy all voting classes, to promise the moon, to destroy the economy, to not invest in infrastructure which will generate further wealth, but to spend all your money in the low-hanging fruit of trying to give people free money, not tell people that these are the support as welfare I'm providing you and this is what I'm doing for the infrastructure and development. So that freebie, and how does that freebie come in? Money doesn't grow on trees, it doesn't fall from the sky. It comes by taxing, squeezing the middle class. And Delhi has a huge middle class because it's an urban city, it's a capital. So you keep squeezing them. How? Not because you don't have the power of doing direct tax of income tax, which incidentally Prime Minister has effectively, in a manner of speaking, made India income tax free nation. For a large big nation not to have any tax till 12,75,000, and business people do creative accounting, husband wife work, so you can be 25 lakhs if you have a grandfather, grandmother, husband, wife, kids, maybe 50 lakh can be tax free. So effectively only 1 crore people out of 140 crore will pay tax in India. That's very near going in the direction of becoming an income tax free nation. So what Kejriwal was doing? Inflated, crazy water bills, crazy electricity bills, so many taxes, so many ways of squeezing money out of the people, and people got fed up with that. Even those getting freebie knew that what you are giving to us as freebie, you are not obviously investing in the areas which need investment so that we get jobs, so that we can do our business. So there was a complete repudiation of that excessivism that Arvind Kejriwal was doing. In a nutshell, it said pride goes before the fall. But even very few people, I had predicted that. I had made a video on my Hindi YouTube channel saying Kejriwal will lose his own seat. He will not become MLA. But very few people were willing to believe it at that time. I put my neck out. I took the risk because I could see what is happening in Delhi. I even predicted Jangpura, which Mr. Sisodia left his own seat, changed his seat to contest from Jangpura, and I told that even though he has picked up a safest seat possible in Delhi, he still may lose. That is also in that video. I put what I believe. I could be right, I could be wrong, as future events will predict, but I never mince my words. I put it out and it's based on a reason and a logic, and they both lost. This destruction of this arrogance to an extent that from Delhi ka Malik mindset, you will not even be a part of the assembly, be sitting as an ordinary MLA, is some people saying a just desert for the politics practiced by Arvind Kejriwal. I will only end by saying this, that Arvind Kejriwal's troubles have just begun. There is an order passed by the Lieutenant Governor which in a separate video I will discuss, which could land him into deep legal trouble. There is also potential trouble brewing up in Punjab. Lot of issues could arise there once he has lost his own election. Those for a separate video, and whatever your comments on Delhi's unprecedented result for some people, but predictable, I think, as far as if you've been following my videos, do comment on it below.